Hi Aquarius, happy February 2021 and happy birthday season to you. It is your birth season. So this entire read, you'll get to see the full monthly where all the other signs will have extended that they'll have to pay for this month. So that's just how it rolls. Anyways, not that you need to care about that, but I just want to thank you all for tuning in. If you're a sun sign, moon sign, rising sign, or Venus sign Aquarius, I'm grateful that you were here. You could be watching because someone you love is an Aquarius. And if you're not really sure what moon sign, rising sign, or sun sign, or Venus sign is, there's information in the description box below that helps you understand that a little bit better. And of course, where you can figure out what your different signs are, because we aren't just our sun sign. We know that one the best. We know our zodiac sign the best, but we don't really know our moon sign as well, or our rising sign, or our Venus sign. So just like last month, we're going to look into what crystal is going to be your crystal this month, a rock or stone. We're going to look at your spirit animal. And then instead of the chakra, I've been guided to do something a little bit different with just sort of like the overall theme of the month. And then we'll kind of get into stuff. And in the extended, we go deeper into your personal growth, your love and romance, your abundance and income, what the new moon is going to bring in for you, and what the full moon is going to help you release, and then a little bit of advice. So that is all in the extended version, but this, like I said, you'll get the entire video this month because it's your birthday month. All right, let's take a look at what crystal we have for you. Okay, kyanite. I swear, Aquarius, you got this last month. I swear, somebody got this last month. Okay, so we have some more transitioning periods because we have the 2 and the 8. Okay, I'm just gonna pop this up a little bit. I'm actually gonna do it this way this time. Okay, so if you're not familiar with this, I read from this book because there's so much information I just can't remember it all. Although I can be intuitive about the number and I can be intuitive about certain aspects of this particular stone. I know I use it sometimes when I'm going out into public. It kind of just helps keep everything balanced and clear for me. You can use it to clear your decks or clear energy in some way, but the words in here are actually really, really important. Okay, resolving disputes, diplomacy, restoring harmony, mending fences, and building bridges. So I feel like this is kind of your energy anyways, Aquarius, your ability to, because this is about building, bridging the gap, building bridges with other people. Your ability to understand and accept people, is really one of your characteristics. You like the uniqueness that people have and that people have to offer type thing. You recognize that we're all one, but we're all unique. And I think that's going to play out for you. But if you've been struggling with some things where, you know, maybe there's been some lost friendships or some disharmony in your life, know that kyanite can help you bring harmony within yourself and within your own energy. So, oops, okay, let's see what spirit animal we have for you this month. Oh, I love this. Butterfly. I don't know why, but when I looked at it, I saw papillon, which is the French word for butterfly. So I don't know if there's something to do with the French for you. Oh, here's Wee Wee Perry. I don't know who that's for, but that's really funny. Okay, so butterfly. Butterfly is an air sign, but it's also like next to the dragonfly, which is on the bottom, by the way. Wow, this is hugely transformative for you. This is going to be a hugely transformative month. So I really feel with the butterfly, because it's an air sign, even though I know it flies, it's sort of what they're showing me is mental. A mental transformation, a shift in the paradigm, a shift in perception for you. Okay, so I really feel like things are going to shift for you, and I feel especially with this kyanite here, it might feel a little bit rocky. I just keep hearing, anchoring your inner peace, anchoring your energy. So you might be doing that a lot already, but it's in preparation for this transformation you're going through, because you are already transforming. Okay, let's see. What do we have for an overall energy for Aquarius? Okay, emergence. Look at that. So 11, it's an intuitive number. Creation, resurrection, and magician. So I think it's super interesting that we have like this healing energy over here, this balancing, this, resolving of disputes, if you will. And then we have the butterfly, which emerges from a cocoon, and then we have the emergence card. So I do feel like, you are going to be going through some kind of transformation, or at least, it's almost like you've been in this cocoon and you're going to start to see the transformation in your physical life, if that makes sense to you. We don't really see what the butterfly goes through until it emerges from the cocoon. So I feel like, I think it's going to be less of a physical recognition, more of a mental and emotional recognition of, and being able to witness the changes you're experiencing. So I hope that that's straight. Okay, let's see. Let's get some more information on this here for Aquarius. Let's dig into this transformative energy for them, whatever they need to know right now. Okay, oh, I love that. Look at that. I just coming home to self and really just being very solid in what you're not willing to give up for yourself. So the Queen of Pentacles, to me, it is a wifey card. Okay, I get that. But I feel like the energy of it is just like, because she's somebody that knows how to take care of herself. She knows how to tend her garden. She knows what to do with her pentacles. Like, she just has this very grounded, solid energy in who she is. And almost unwavering in that. And with this Six of Wands, with this victory card and a card of coming home, I really feel, Aquarius, that you're going to be coming home to yourself. Okay, and just being really solid in that. Okay, look at that, which is going to ignite a passion in you. I feel if you felt like you're kind of in this in-between state of the cocoon, you can't really see outside of the cocoon, but here's like this crazy energy. It's going to come in. You're just going to feel so good, and you're going to feel empowered, and yeah. I'm just going to kind of leave it at that, because I feel like it's going to ignite a passion in you for yourself and for your life that you haven't had in a really long time. You might get excited about some things or kind of curious about some things, but it's been a while since it's been really intensely like, wow, I'm really jacked about this. Okay, and I said that in such a monotone voice, but interesting that we have the well that came out on its side, and we have the moon. Because right now, if you try and think about what you're going to do, there's going to be a lot of illusion that brings up fear for you. And if you're capable of making this happen. But the well-being here, okay, the well, especially on its side, I'm going to leave it like that too, is telling me that it's really up to you. There's nothing actually in your way, getting in your way of doing what you need to do for yourself, because the well is our own creation. And it's bridging the gap between inspiration and fear. So I feel like it's going to be that when you become more solid in yourself, you're going to trust your footing, regardless of what fears come up, regardless of what illusions or what issues come up. It's going to help you bridge that gap through the fear and into a place of creation, because I feel like you're going to be stepping into creating a new life for yourself, whatever that looks like. And if you're not willing to give up your old life yet, it's going to transform your old life in some way, so it'll never really be your old life anyways. Okay, all right, so we have the Knight of Pentacles, okay, the Five of Cups, the Queen of Swords, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Hierophant. So this is super interesting because I'm getting a few things from this. We have the Magician in reverse with the Hanged Man, the Page of Wands, and the King of Wands. So the Magician in reverse, for some, I'm just going to tap into this for a second, but I'm going to come back to reality. Well, it's all real, but it's, some of you have a fear of your gifts. Okay, that could have been from a past life where you used them inappropriately, or you were ostracized for it. So be mindful that that could be some of the illusions that comes up around doubting whether you're capable, thinking that you need to learn everything about it before you share it with others, or feeling like you need to do things perfectly in order to be accepted. That could be past life stuff that's coming up. You're going to be held up a little bit until you can figure out what it is you really want and how you want to feel about things and how you want to go about it, because what you have to offer, Aquarius, isn't what anyone else has to offer, because you're offering it. And it's just kind of remembering that. So we had the Knight of Pentacles coming up with this Five of Cups said to me, when it comes to your emotional stuff from the past, that's going to keep coming up, because it's going to come up until there's nothing left to come up. I don't know why these are all crooked, but whatever. Be slow and steady with it. Be patient with it. Take your time. Work your way through it. And though I feel some of you are doing that, so maybe it's confirmation and recognition that you are. So own that. That's very good. That's beautiful. Then we have like the Queen of Swords, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Hierophant. And what I got more from that was being so rigid. It's interesting because Aquarius is not a rigid energy unless it comes to facts and data. And it's asking you to kind of refine your traditional beliefs around facts and data, around things having to be a specific way or black and white. Rules about things like... I don't know where this is coming from, but you'll know if it's you. You'll understand this. So understanding that there needs to be refinement with that, because it's actually limiting you in your ability to produce or create or be what it is you want to do. So it would be like an example, if I started doing tarot readings, I waited until somebody gave me a deck, because that's the old rules of tarot. Someone has to give you a deck. You can't just buy your own deck. Or thinking that the Queen of Swords means only one thing, because that's, it's the same with numerology and astrology. Even though they're scientific in base, even though tarot isn't really scientific in base, the astrology and numerology is scientific in its basis to a degree. Okay, there's a lot of different interpretations of it, and Spirit is trying to create an open flow of understanding that information, but it can't do that when there are rigid rules around the information, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. So it's sort of like it's interesting because it's in the same line, but it's almost like it's a fail-safe. Like it's been a safety net to be like, well, all of these people believe this to be this way, so it must be true. So understanding that that's part of your wounds, part of your feeling safe about something, feeling good about something. So know that that's going to come up if it's not serving you. It's going to create a blockage for you to do things how everybody else has done things. I don't know why that keeps coming up in the collective, but I think we're just being guided to shift and move through. Okay. So I feel for some, because of course the Hierophant's right there, with this Queen of Pentacles and this Five of Cups, there's going to be some emotional stuff coming up around loving yourself. I mean, it could be there's some emotional stuff coming up around a marriage or a long-term commitment, or somebody that you were a partner to, that could be coming up. Okay, and there could be some emotions with that. But I think that it's interesting because I feel like you're going to be shown things like this with the Ace of Wands and the Eight of Pentacles. new ideas, new concepts, new ways of seeing your fears, okay, around these emotions. With this refinement, it's, yeah, there's just going to be a lot of work around breaking down the walls to self, breaking down the walls, breaking down the limitation of walls. Like, you know, when the cocoon opens and the butterfly opens her wings got to dry off. But once her wings are out, she can just fly away. And I'm not saying they're all female butterflies, but she can just fly away. She can trust her wings, like she's grown them herself. So there's something about that, Aquarius, where you're still kind of, either you're not in the cocoon anymore, but you're feeling like you need the cocoon because it makes you feel safe, or you're not ready to spread your wings because you don't feel they're dry enough yet, kind of an energy. But it's those limitations, those thoughts that are kind of keeping you in this stage. But when you're ready, you're going to emerge, is what I'm hearing. So I feel like the transformative energy is going to be you first, and then everybody else. So this is the part where we get into the extended version. So this is the extended version that you would see with all the other ones. That is extra. It's $5.55 to watch the extended for the other videos, or you can become a patron and have access to all the extended versions or videos. Okay, so what is, I mean, we talked a lot about your personal growth, but let's see if Spirit wants to refine it a little bit more in regards to that. Okay, let's see. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Ooh, the root chakra. Ground and center. We kind of talked about that, how you're going to be anchoring your energy a little bit. The 2 is the number to me of inner peace. So there's going to be some inner peace work with that. I also feel with the root chakra, this is where we learn our conditioning. This is where we get our conditioning from our family, from our experiences. It's also ancestral stuff, but I feel like this is digging deeper into understanding your family systems, your family interactions, your family behavior, and perhaps even more so, because I feel like most of you are probably aware of that to some degree, but it's gonna go to another level of understanding then how it's affected you and how you've brought it into your life as an adult. Okay. All right, let's take a look here. Let's see what else we got going on. Okay, and we have it on its side. Okay, so we have that Page of Wands again. I am just going to put it upright, but it's a wishy-washy feeling, like this is what I feel passionate about, but I'm kind of dampened by these old feelings, right? And we all do that. But there's going to be some kind of an epiphany with that Ace of Swords, a eureka moment, a clarity of mind. Yeah. Look at that. In regards to you, we have the Star. I feel like it's just going to say exactly what... Oh, that's interesting. Oh, okay. And then we have the 7 of Swords, but then we have the King and Queen of Cups over here. Hopefully they're still in. Okay, that's interesting. So I feel there's going to be some real eye-opening moments in self-reflection for you, Aquarius. I feel like it's going to be more about you seeing where you're sabotaging yourself, doing self-sabotage, and maybe you weren't even aware that you were self-sabotaging, but it's just going to be like this whole, it's that paradigm shift that came up, okay? Because then we have the Queen and the King of Cups, and what I heard mostly from this was a balance of emotional energy, so mastering your emotions. But also mother and father energy. So how your interactions with your mother and father have... It's funny because I just heard they ain't no king and queen. I don't know who that was from. However, understanding how you adapted, how you needed to adapt in regards to experiences you had with them. So how you learn to adapt to the rest of the world based on your interactions with them. So I feel like there's going to be like a huge overhaul in regards to this, Aquarius. And but I don't think it's going to be, I feel like you've done so much work. I don't think it's going to be like super, I don't know how to, but like super, not exhausting, but I don't feel like it's going to be this turbulence, like life-changing, or like being blindsided by the truth. I don't think it's going to be like not tragic or traumatic. Traumatic, maybe that's the right word. I really think it's just going to be an understanding, and like, I see, okay, right? And so it's going to be sort of this like, okay, I understand this a little bit better now, so I can be conscious of what I'm doing in regards to myself, and why I'm doing what I'm doing with myself, and the decisions I'm making, and how I'm feeling about things. So I really feel it's going to be this beautiful energy of understanding yourself better, and more of the shadow self, more of the traumatized part of you that developed certain coping mechanisms. That's the word. So coping mechanisms. Okay, so I want to see what's going on with your love life, but I have to pull another deck for that. What's going to go on with your love and romance? We'll use the relationship oracle deck here. What's going on with your love and romance this month? All I heard was yo-yo. Okay, beautiful though. It's beautiful. And we have healing feminine wounds. So it could be that the relationship with your mother or your grandmother, or a dominant feminine energy, has had a detrimental effect on how you interact in your romantic relationships. So I giggle because we have moving quickly and slow and steady. Moving quickly and slow and steady. So it's almost like, I don't know, it's why they're showing me this, but if you've ever done any kind of like entrepreneurial like video where they're like, you got to be ready to run with your business, and then when it's slow, you got to be able to be slow with it. Like, it's just, so I feel like this is sort of like your relationships, your concept of romance, your concept of relationships, or relationships with other people. There's going to be fast moving, and there's going to feel like there's stagnancy, right? And I feel like it's so that you can determine what a loving relationship is, and your head versus your heart, or where your head is coming into the relationship versus where your heart is in the relationship. And then through that, you're going to be creating your own flow in regards to love and the relationship. So if you're in a relationship, you're going to be given opportunities to be like, okay, this is like, my heart wants this, but my head's arguing, or my heart wants something else, but my head's arguing with me, that kind of thing. And it's all to shift you into understanding what you feel is a loving relationship and what you want. And it has to be everything. It can't just be one thing or the other. And I know that I'm going to maybe get pushback for this, but understanding that there's a huge part of you that wants you to have it all and knows you're worthy of having it all. The love, the affection, the friendship, the intelligence aspect, the communication, the trust, the respect, the physical, sexual appeal, everything, okay? And knowing that everything can exist for you. And I'm going to say this, and I know, and I need to say this, I don't know who this is for, so if you get triggered by this, feel into it because it's your trigger. I'm not saying it to be a jerk, but you're not allowed to settle anymore just to be with somebody. Okay. That was pretty harsh there, Spirit, but here we are. Okay, so I feel it's good though. It's still more discovery for you. It's an energy of discovery, which is pretty awesome, I think. Oh yes, sorry, I need to read from the book. My bad, after I put them all away. I'm still learning. I'm still learning that I read from a book right now because they have different things like relationship. So you may be right and have the best idea in the room. Okay, so this one is about being called to be the bigger person, but I don't feel. Oh, okay. So now you have the power to do so in a healthy way that honors. It's about honoring yourself and them. Maybe not just them. Okay, you could be honoring somebody else's feelings over your own. So feel into that. That's very interesting that that came up like that. All right, let's look at your abundance and income. Your abundance and your income this month. What does that look like, Aquarius? Okay, what does that look like? Your abundance and your income. Oh, okay, we're going to do these, I guess. All right, so we have trust, focus, beautiful, success, and forgiveness. Okay, so I'm going to move these over here. Very, very interesting. I'm actually going to read from the book right now. And we have pleasure on the bottom, which tells me that it needs to be something that brings you joy. But it also requires right now your creation of your stability to not only trust yourself, but to really focus on, I don't know who this is for. The forgiveness piece we'll get into after, but forgiving yourself for giving up on your dreams. Okay, because as long as you hold resentment for yourself, it creates a blockage to your abundance, whoever that's for. Okay, very interesting. We all have different ideas about the best way to secure our safety and build our wealth. The conscious universe wants everyone to prosper, and Kyanite Spirit is here to remind you that smoothing over rifts and restoring balance in yourself leads to greater wealth for everyone. This crystal also reminds you that it's fine to take a break when you recognize that you were overworked and not seeing results for all your efforts. Let go and leave space for something better to reveal itself. There's no need to get attached to the form your wealth takes or go over old wounds and losses again and again. Learn and move on, for abundance is available to you and new opportunities await. So make peace with others and space for new opportunities, and your abundance will surely flourish. So that forgiveness piece and that kind of went hand in hand nicely. But it's interesting because I'll tell you, I'll be candid about myself. As somebody will be like, well, you should do this. And I completely like, no, I can't do that. Like before I even like, it's a knee-jerk reaction for me, whether it feels right or not. Sometimes it feels good, sometimes it doesn't, but it could be like, are you too hyper focused on what success looks like or what it has to look like? Are you not trusting the universe and yourself enough to receive what you need to create your successes? So you could be focused on being like, things have to be done a certain way in order for them to be successful, because that's how it's always been. But you're navigating with this new energy. You have this new energy inside yourself, and it's not going to allow you to do things the old way. And with this forgiveness piece, it's interesting because this is deeply subconscious. You may not even be conscious of it, so feel into it. But some of you have felt like the universe or spirit or God or what have you has let you down before. And when we have that deep resentment that we don't even realize, so even if you're not aware of it, just acknowledge that you want to destroy and uncreate from all time, space, dimension, and reality. Puck and pod that stuff, if you will, to release it from your energy. You don't have to necessarily be aware of it, but it could be sometimes if we feel we've been let down, we hold on to that energy and it continues to keep us in the space of feeling let down. So we call more of that in, and it blocks us from our excess and our income and our abundance. So be open, okay? Be focused on creating stuff for yourself. It's interesting because I feel like that's so weird. I've never noticed that before. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's like there's gold on the top of this mountain, and this leopard is looking this way. But the gold is all right here. But he could be focusing on not necessarily the wrong thing, but in the wrong direction. You'll always end up where you're supposed to end up. But it's whether or not you want to take the scenic route. Okay, success is closer than you know, and it's maybe just being open to letting the universe bring something to you to help guide you in the right direction. Okay, very neat, very, very neat. Okay, so let's take a look at what the new moon is going to bring in for you this month. What is the new moon going to bring in for you this month? Okay. Ooh, we have a 13. That's interesting because that's interesting. Okay. Effort and abundance. Okay. It's going to help bring in the effort you need to create your abundance, but it's an effort in creating the energy of abundance within yourself. So we have self and we have communication, we have creativity, we have joy. And of course it makes a 4, which is the effort number or getting to work. So it's going to give you the boost you need to open up to your abundance. So I would, if I were you, I would take advantage of that. I don't know, you can create a ceremony for yourself. You can call it in. I feel like you can even say, okay, show me something. Show me. I feel like the new moon, the new moon will amplify over the blockages is what I'm hearing. So it'll amplify your energy. It'll amplify your requests, sort of like you have like this room full of crowded people and you get a megaphone, and the new moon's giving you a megaphone to shout above all of those people to be heard. I love these. I love these. I love these analogies. They give me the metaphors. Okay. What is the full moon going to help you release this month? Okay. Manifestation. Okay. So what about manifestation? Following your dreams. Okay, I love this. And look, we have relationship change on the bottom. So I feel like there's going to be a relationship change with how you're following your dreams. And how you're trying to manifest for yourself. I think some of you have mastered the smaller things of manifestation, but not quite the bigger things. And it could just be like you're getting caught up a little bit too much in the details. And there's no judgment with that. We all do it. Like I started doing keto, and I get so caught up in all the numbers and everything that I'm not really listening. I'm not really open. I'm kind of restricting and limiting. So again, I feel like it's going to be a big shift in just opening up and doing things a little bit different than you were before, because you're emerging into this new energy, and it's going to require doing things in a different way is all. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and get some advice from the tarot to end off this reading. If this has helped you in any way, please like, share, comment, and or subscribe. Okay, the information on where you can find me is in the description box below. Oh, that was fast. Well, oh my goodness, we have the world. So find closure. The world asks you to find closure, or is recognizing that you are. Sometimes things are no longer serving you the way they used to. So whether it needs to end or transition into something else, it's up to you. It is up to you, sorry. But coming to an end is what must happen. Giving it closure is a way of honoring how it has served you. This allows you to let go with love and respect, and releases any guilt you have about doing so. I seek closure to transition into the next phase of my journey. And that's exactly what you're doing. You're getting ready for your next phase of your journey, Aquarius. Be your peace, love yourself, share your light, and have an amazing February.